What if you could achieve something great by just spending time on it? That's what I'm trying today. Ah! Yes! Score! It's hot! This video is sponsored by PCBWay. Sometimes I think if I only had the time, I would make a special hanger for my tools. But then I don't, because I think I never have time. I just live with the fact that things fall to the floor every now and then. So today I'm making the best tool hanger I can think of. And maybe I can use that same aesthetic for more tools later. The idea is to focus all my attention to one tool to make it the best one. And I'll challenge you to make something as well. Like an inventor with one goal. So this is what I have, a scissor, and a sharp one at that. I have this scissor hanger at the moment and it's horrible. It's very flimsy and I don't think it looks good at all. To be honest, the pegboard behind me is actually really good, but some of the tool holders I made in a haste or downloaded from online and they're pretty bad. Like this tape measure holder that has no front to it, so it just keeps falling down. So let's start with the scissor I have in mind. It's black and it's got the brass detail, so I think I want to pick that up if possible. So I think I want to grab it like this from the wall actually. So if I'm just studying the scissor, I think it would be really cool to just grab it like this, like it's ready to cut. It's fully ready. It might not be the safest way, but I think that looks the coolest, don't you think? Like that. Oh, maybe it should be like tilted off the wall like this, just a bit. That way you won't hit the wall. Like, I think we have an idea. So I have this thing that you can use to take photos of objects, and then it traces those objects and makes them into an SVG file. This is from Shaper Studio, but I'm not sponsored by them, and I hardly ever use this, so I figured I probably should. Okay, so we get the frame out, a pen, some paper. Let's get the scissor. Should just place it like that, perhaps. Capture. Okay, so this is what I got. Another preferred way of getting the object in the computer is simply to take a photo of it with a ruler, but since most lenses will distort the reality a bit, I prefer using the scanner on my printer, so I have a ruler just lying in there. Then in software, define the distance of the imported image, and then you can simply draw around your object. I like to think of myself as an inventor. Not in a serious way, more of in a way that I'm still a kid, even though I'm 40 years old, trying to invent shit. I'm not a real inventor, just a kid playing that I am an inventor, but actually doing stuff that I like doing. Okay, so I think I have something, so let's give it a look in the computer. This is basically an outline of the scissor, and on the back I added holes for attaching it to the wall. This is not the final version though, but I just want to see how it works, so I'm just going to print it and take it from there. Imagine the impact one thing could have. I mean, if you make something really clever and good, hundreds or thousands of people might print that thing and place it in their home or workshop. That alone for me is worth a lot. I doubt my scissor hanger will turn out to be that thing, but maybe, just maybe. Okay, so here's the first version. Let's just try it out. Oh no, it's too small. I actually made it too small, could you believe? I'm just gonna adapt it in the computer, make it a bit bigger and print a new version and see what it looks like. Second version, here we go. Now that's better. But there are some flaws to this. Because of the printing orientation, I can't really add the magnets inside the print like I want to. And I want to do that so that it's clean, you can't see the magnets. But since this is printing in an angle, I can't add the magnets during print, because then the print head will hit the magnets and effectively ruin the print. But also, I mean, it fits the scissor, but it doesn't look nice. Looks like bunny ears or something. No, not good enough. Sometimes the simpler things are the better things. So maybe if I just like make an angled block off the wall with embedded magnets, of course. But also the round magnets I was gonna use, they don't really allow me to cover that much surface. So I have ordered some new magnets that I think are gonna work better. They're rectangular. I tend to go for the N52 neodymium magnets because they're the strongest and we want the strength when we put the magnets inside of the print. I spent some more time on the CAD modeling and kind of made an entirely new version, stepping away from the scissor shape altogether and just making a thing that could print with embedded magnets and attach to the wall. And then I started printing that as well. The absolute first version I made wasn't totally useless. It helped me see that I probably needed to stop thinking the holder should look like a scissor, which I guess was a stupid idea from the start, but that's the way I work. This is just a proof of concept, but hopefully it holds. No, it doesn't hold. What about it? Oh no, the magnets are too weak. It doesn't hold the scissor. The angle looks really good, I think. And the shape is quite nice. I was basically just taking a chance on where to place the magnets, so I think I need to go back and just measure where to put them and maybe add some more for safety. Because I don't want this dropping off the holder and down, like, imagine these hitting my foot. Or rather, don't imagine that at all. But other than that, I think it looks like it would be easy grabbing it like this and just placing it back just like that. So I guess with more magnets, I would have something that works, but there's no real way of telling that this is for the scissor. I mean, I know it's for the scissor because I've made it, but it would be nice if there's some kind of mark for the scissor. And I also want to pick up on the brass details on the actual scissor in my design. Okay, the fourth version. Now hopefully this will work. Ah, it feels like it's firmly there. I mean, I can let it go. I can shake this. Maybe if I shake it too much, it'll come off, but the wall isn't shaking. Now it should be here pretty firmly on the wall like that. I think this is what I'm going with. So I made some tweaks. I made this small indentation at the bottom, and that is for the brass part to go into. Now I opted to go with this idea instead, because with this part I can actually print it laying down flat, and that way I can insert the magnets during print. And this part attaches to the wall with the other bracket, with a snug fit, I hope. Whilst the printer was running, I figured I could at least do one more item. And one of my most used tools is the caliper, since I'm spending a lot of time in CAD. I constantly reach for it, and this hanger isn't working for me. I figured I could probably use the same magnetic technique on this one, but I decided the easiest way to grab this and get it off the wall would be to grab it by the head. So I made a design that utilizes that same idea. A hanger that goes on the wall and the magnetic part that attaches to it. The reason I'm doing it this way is for two reasons. I won't have any visible screws, but also I get rid of any print orientation issues where adding a magnet during the print in an angle won't work. The thing about magnets is just that it brings a bit of magic into the thing. Normally a tool wouldn't be able to just hang off the wall like that. But with magnets it works, and I just love the idea of using more of them. And because of that I have used quite a bit in the past as well. Like this one, holding my small square. It's just there, easy to take on and off. I don't always use magnets though. This was my hanger for the Festool drills. But after some cooperation with Festool, we now have this, and you can use it either on the wall by adding 2 screws or by attaching it to a track on your MFT table. And one of my favorites are still the sandpaper holder. It just works great and stores all my paper neatly and protected from dust. Also, even though I made an entire video making this cabinet, the inside of it is what I love the most. The 3D printed containers for all my screws and all small parts. And believe it or not, I've actually kept it neatly stored since then. Now it still needs some touch-ups, and I had these brass coins, so I actually had ChatGPT make me a logo of a scissor, and then I engraved that onto the brass coin with the laser. And now I should be able to place this inside of the print, hopefully with just some press fit. Now with this inside the print, it should be pretty clear what this thing is for, right? So now I should be able to hang this on the wall, and then this should fit in there like press fit, like that. But before we do that, let's see what happened to the caliper. So here it is. It doesn't have that same oomph as the scissor hanger, which was the main goal for today, but still, if this works, it'll be really good. So let's try this one out first and see if it works. Now this attaches to the wall, like so. Now this should fit like that. Now let's attach the caliper. Ha! Oh, that that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Requires some technique to get it between the pillars, but it's there. It's easy grabbing. It's so much better. So much better than the previous one. I could just sit here, put that in place, keep working, grab it, measure, put it back in place. Ah! Yes! And all my calipers actually work. Even the manual one. Perfect. Perfect. Score! Okay, so time to attach it to the wall. Let's go. I'll upload the design so that you can make it if you want to, and I'll make another version without the brass coin. That way you can just 3D print the entire thing. Either with or without the coin. But if you want to make a coin and you don't have a laser, you can actually use PCBWay, which is the sponsor of today's video. Because they not only do PCBs, they also do 3D printing and CNC machining. You could upload the size of the coin and actually the engraving as well. And they would ship it to you. And that's also a great alternative if you want some brass logos to your furniture. There's a link in the description. It's finally time. Here we go. Look at that. Whoop. Good. I mean, it's still pretty dangerous. Don't get me wrong. Like you can't do if you do the quick thing, you better grab it like that. Because if you go by the handles, it's easy missing the handle, and if you kind of push it, of course it's gonna fall off. What about that? It looks good. It looks good. Sometimes it doesn't even matter what the outcome is. Just playing around with the idea of making something useful and nice for yourself. It can be worth it. I did also fix the tape measure holder. It's not beautiful, but it's better. Let me know what you'll make.